Hello friends! As a lot of you have pointed out recently, I have been giving you a well-earned summer break from having to see my face on the YouTube. Yes, it's been a little bit of a forced break in a way because we had a storm pass through here about a week or so back. And the funny thing about living in North America is that they still put power up on power lines above the street. In fact, not just power, the cable, the phone, everything runs along that. And because of this old-fashioned way of doing things, and all the trees sit over the top of them, every time we have a storm or it snows or there's a light breeze that passes through, the trees fall on the lines and bring them down and we lose everything. Not only do we lose power, internet, phone, the whole works at home, and even in this last storm, it took out the cell sites, so you couldn't even get cell reception. Yeah, and then when you go down to the supermarket, all the food is gone, the lights are off. It's very apocalyptic. It's a bit like what I suspect living in North Korea would be like, but without the cool hats. Anyway, it often takes days or even weeks to get everything restored and back to normal. And I learned this early on and bought myself a generator, and it's pretty easy. You wheel the generator out and you start it up and you plug it into the receptacle on the outside of your house and everything powers up. But I bought a slightly too small generator. Like mine's a 6,500 watt generator, just enough to run the refrigerator and the lights and the goldfish and all the stuff I need, but not quite enough to run the air conditioning. So William and Albert, Smudge, Tui and myself have been sweating our balls off for the last week or so. No air conditioning, but it's all right. I take the dogs down to the lake and they swim around and get themselves cooled off. But it's so good to have air conditioning back. So good. And finally, yesterday, the internet came back on again. Yeah, I saw the utility van hanging around outside my house and I was, yes! And finally it's back on, yes. Very strange how often I lose electricity and internet here in the civilized world. Anyway, now that we're back up and running, a lot of people have been asking me how I'm getting on with my Porsche 928, my 1986 Porsche 928. So I popped down to my friends at Darien Detail. Dirk down there is looking after my car. The first thing I noticed is they're working on a shop full of Porsches at the moment. Pretty cool to see an all Porsche lineup in the shop. But of course it's silver, white, grey, black. Why do people buy such beautiful cars in such yawn-inducing colours? I do not know. But luckily, once you get past the grey apocalypse, there it is, my green 928, and they're doing a fantastic job on it. It's taken a little longer than we expected, but the results are fantastic. They've just replaced all the rubbers on it, and as you can see, the wheels are off at the moment. They're probably installing a hover kit, I suspect. But look at the wheels. They're so shiny you could pluck your nose hairs in them. Oh my goodness, it's going to look great. Obviously, the paint's still not perfect, but man, it looks fantastic from what I can see. So they're still going to do some work on the leather on the interior and a few other bits and pieces. Also, it being an old Porsche, it has problems. We've discovered that it has a bad radiator leak, so the radiator has to be replaced before I try and bring it home. But yeah, I'll have it back here in the next couple of weeks and we can start making some videos on that thing. And I have some other videos in the works right now as well, now that the power's back on. So hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have another video out to you guys and we can resume business as usual on the Nick Murray YouTube channel. Anyway, it's great to see you guys again, and I hope the people that live here in the northeast have removed the dead trees from their yards, got their power back, their internet back, and their air conditioning on. Yes. Anyway, thank you everybody. I'll have another video out to you shortly. Happy August, everybody. Onwards. And if you're wondering where to acquire the ridiculous t-shirts that I wear in my videos, they're all here in my store, all your favorites, including offensive stamps and my rapid dry towels as well. Yes, Nick Murray t-shirts, being a little inappropriate since 2016.